Hello everybody! Well, here we are with the fight for third place for the Mount Hua competition for the Blue Dragon server for August 2015, and we have Id of the Royal Guards. He'll be facing off against Shuzelin of the Emi. And normally the fight for third is not that exciting. There isn't a whole lot on the line. Just get to choose your title before the other person. So not a big deal, but these two competitors are at that very competitive. So I'm expecting a pretty good fight, even just for the sake of fighting itself. So let's see what we have here. So they started with some goosing and some circling, some flying around. Some very coy maneuvers here. Definitely not what I expected. Shuzelin might be using Snow Sword here. She's warmed up with Traceless Snow, but no contact yet. There's a Ghost Claw and sent the bloodshed out of Id. A complete connection has Shuzelin down to 80% health. That's a lot of damage with just the Ghost Claw. Very nicely done. And some Sure Twin Blades coming out of Id. And he is giving her the full combination. Just going like crazy. She is down to 50%. That is a ton of damage coming out of him with that. She's down to a third health now. Shuzelin needs the Pegasus straight away if she's going to do anything. She tried to pluck, but did not get it completed. It was interrupted. She is in real trouble at this moment. She Pegasuses, dodges the Sure Twin Blades, circles the moon, going to eat a little more blade for her effort though. Id is really chasing hard. She knocks him down with what looks like Plum Blossoms in the wind. Gets out of there and out of that furious attack. Id coming in now with Crazed Demon Staff. Shuzelin's trying to reply with Ghost Shadow Sword, but not getting the reply in time. And Id is just dominating with that Crazed Demon Staff. Has Shuzelin down below 75% again. Shuzelin coming back now with the Ghost Shadow Sword. Getting a few hits in there, does not get the flip, but there goes the Sure Twin Blades again, interrupting the Ghost Shadow Sword, causing Shuzelin some damage, has her down to 50%. Again with the Snow Sword. But a pluck from Id will give him a brief respite. He is doing very well here. 35,000 points versus 2,500 for Shuzelin. She needs to get in there and make something happen. A few more passing attacks there. Some Snow Sword from Shuzelin. She's getting that going. Gets a little bit of damage. Crazed Demon Staff from Id still. But right now we are just circling. And Jade Maiden Sword out of Shuzelin catches Id as he's running away. It looks like he's switching up to Exquisite Dice, going for some long-range attacks. Shuzelin needs to get in there, close the distance. Maybe if she can get that Snow Sword going, she has lots of rage. She can really do some damage. There goes the rage there. And it brings Id down to 50%. A nice parry break as well. But Id is across the map and peppering her with that Exquisite Dice. Shuzelin could Pegasus here. She plucks the Peacock's Plume. She does have enough energy for a pretty good Pegasus. She does. Brings her up above 50%. Id is at 50% himself, but tons of energy. He doesn't have to worry about it. He's got another Pegasus in him easily. And there goes more Jade Maiden Sword from Shuzelin. She catches Id and starts delivering a bit of damage, but again he is away and peppering her. She's desperately trying to keep up with him and get a rage out. She has enough for a rage. A nice parry break there from Id. Keeps her at bay. She plucks the Peacock's Plume. Id stops his barrage just in time. A little more circling. A Pegasus from Id. More circling. Shuzelin's trying to catch him. Not getting a connection, but there she goes. She gets some Snow Sword hits in there. Does not do a whole lot of damage. Id has plucked the Peacock's Plume, and Shuzelin is now healing him. There we go, a little bit of damage coming in now, but that was her last hit of the last move. Now what a disaster for her. She's in now with the Snow Sword, though, getting some good connection. There's the Rage. It's going to bring him down to about 50% here. A nice parry break. She gooses away. I don't think she wants to keep her distance too far, though, because he can just switch up to that Exquisite Dice, and she is not in a position for a good Pegasus at all. He's swirling around with that Ghost Claw. Gets the connection. Sent a bloodshed. Shuzelin is now down to less than 3,000 points of health. She needs to get in there and make it happen. Get some healing or something. She has less than 2,000 points of energy as well. Tai Chi Fist knockdown does not connect for Id, but he does get the damage done. Shuzelin is in real trouble here. She is pressing hard. Id is just laying back and hitting her with the Exquisite Dice. Finishes her off easily. Oh, what a shame. Shuzelin was fighting so hard for that, but Id just dominated the whole match. 56,000 versus 31,000. And finishing her off with that exquisite dice skill. It looks like his rolls were just working out for him perfectly, because she seemed to get every unfortunate buff possible. Just the right ones for the event. So, what can Shuzelin here do for the next round? Try to even things up. I think if she can land a few more of those Ghost Sword rages, that'll definitely even things up. Maybe if she has a Trick the Enemy under her belt, she could use that to get out of some of those combinations. Especially that Shura Twin Blades, but I don't know. It is just dealing out so much damage. But we're starting out with some 9 Palaces Sword out of Shuzelin, and she is getting pretty aggressive with that. The same Shura Twin Blades out of Id, but he's not getting a good connection this time. He is managing to get the combination here, but last time he was just wailing on her with that. She is not allowing that to happen with her 9 Palaces Sword, making it a little more even here. In fact, she is ahead as far as damage done, but there's the Ghost Claw, sent a bloodshed. Haven't seen that for a while, and Id is making that count for everything he's got. And Ixa and Pretty Bird just divorced. Isn't that unfortunate? Right in the middle of the match. No more 9 Palaces Sword, a plucked Peacock's Plume out of Id. This will slow things down for a second, but not too long. A little bit of circling here. Pegasus out of Id. More goosing, more flying. Shuzelin gets the knockdown, gets another hit of the 9 Palaces Sword in there. Not a good combination though. And there goes Id with that Crazed Demon Staff. This is such a good skill. And he is laying into her hard. Has her down to a 3rd health. She plucks. Not going to get any healing out of it though. But there is some exquisite dice. She is getting healed here for a few hits. And there is the damage now. That was a big hit there from Id. I think that must have been a critical hit. She is down to almost nothing. This is really disastrous for her. She has no energy either. And that's it. Wow. Id got one shot in there with the exquisite dice that just took a huge chunk out of Shuzelin. It must have been unguarded and a critical hit. And probably had a pretty devastating debuff as well. How unfortunate for Shuzelin. So that means Id will take 3rd place. Shuzelin will have to settle for 4th. And we will have the final fight for the Mount Hua competition for the Blue Dragon server right here on this channel. Please stay tuned for that.